Hi, hello. How the fuck are all of ya? I know you guys probably love my inconsistent filming methods because sometimes I film on my camera, sometimes I film on my phone, sometimes it's Zoom, you just never really fucking know. I'm gonna get the podcast rolling because this is part of the podcast. I'm spitting. Oh my god, life is well. Anyways, hi, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Fuck You Mentality podcast. This is also on YouTube. And it's just me today, and I do want to, have little solo sessions every now and then, and they're really just going to be rants, but there's a lot of ideas that I really want to talk about, and there's a particular idea that I want to talk about today because I was having this conversation with my friend Jason, and we were talking about just like professionalism in the workforce, like what it looks like, and just like a lot of that different stuff, and I want to read the text that I actually sent him. That's the whole thing behind my other company, the Fuck You Mentality. You shouldn't have to be two different people in a professional work setting and in your personal life. It's unfortunate that that's the standard. It's caused a lot of mental health issues in our generation because people are afraid to be themselves in fear of not getting job opportunities, making friends, letting people down, when in reality, they let themselves down. Thank you for my TED Talk, blah, blah, blah. You are what you attract. And I want to talk about that because I feel like that is the number one thing for, Imposter Syndrome, right? So I've experienced that. I feel like everybody has. And it's unfortunate because we live in a society now with social media that either you are yourself and, you don't get the quote unquote dream job that you've always wanted, or you're not getting the recognition from the brand that you really want, or you can mold yourself to this mold that other people want you to do, but in the long run, you're not happy with yourself. And it's such a weird fucking boat to be in because, yeah, you want success, right? So what do? You conform to success's norms, but you kind of want to be yourself. So you start, rebelling or quote unquote against society's norms, but it always ends up like blowing up in your face. You always end up being like, oh, I'm really suffering from imposter syndrome. That's a really big thing that I'm dealing with right now. Like, I don't really know what to go from here. And it's because you can't be genuine to yourself. And I hate that. No shit. I hate that. That's the point of the fuck you mentality. The point behind it is to debunk that. Like, you don't have to conform to society's norms, and let alone to brands' norms or some fucking social media's norms, to be successful. I am much happier being who I am now than I was just 6 months ago trying to conform myself to brands and to society. It's stupid. And something that I get asked about a lot from newbies that are freshly into the industry is, how do you build a brand? How do you build a following? How do you do this? How do you do that? And it's unfortunate, but they're looking for this roadmap that most influencers retail. They sell success. And what people fail to remember is what works for me will not work for you. And what my personality is perceived as will not be the same personality that yours will be perceived as. So even though I can sell you this incredible workshop, whatever the fuck it is, I know that maybe the designer's idea wasn't to say, well, I'm going to sell you success, but it's hard to not view it as that. But as a consumer, they're looking at this as, okay, this is my ticket to success. But that's not true. And I think to kind of debunk, all of this and to kind of summarize what I'm trying to say is you are what you attract. So really, success is defined by looking yourself in the mirror and being like, who the fuck am I, right? Am I this compassionate, person who loves politics and likes to bring that into the workplace and blah, 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 blah? Awesome. That is what you are going to attract. It's very simple science, If you are a piece of shit, guess what? You're going to attract the flies. Flies are gross. They lay eggs and they're nasty, all right? But if you are a decent human being, most times you attract decent human beings. It's the law of attraction. It's the way that it works. Now, don't be wrong. Good people do attract, sick, sad motherfuckers. But the point of this is you if you want this facetious, very picture perfect, what the fuck ever lifestyle, if that's what you want, or if that's what you want, then you have to portray that. And I'm just here to tell you that lifestyle always falls short. You always end up with imposter syndrome. And the reason why I say that is because what I'm noticing is on Instagram, and I actually talked about this in my last episode with Morella. I did an interview with her if you guys want to go check that out. But her and I talked about this, the mental health movement really is, a lot of it is stemming from Instagram. So Instagram was like pictures and it's aesthetics, you get vibes, or like all your shit's like fucking aesthetic pleasing. Like you have this like color scheme, right? And with TikTok is newer, you can actually be yourself, right? Like you can truly just say whatever the fuck you want. You make videos, it's really fun, it's very lighthearted. And what's happening is those who are used to Instagram don't know how to use TikTok because they don't really know how to be themselves. So over the years, them not being true to themselves have attracted these people. I'm not saying they're bad by any stretch, but what I have noticed, and just from an outsider's perspective, what I have noticed is those who have created this facetious lifestyle always end up taking a break from social media, or maybe not post as much, or shift gears, maybe aren't even doing what they originally were doing. They always just kind of end up falling flat. And the biggest takeaway from all of this is there is no correct answer to how success should look like to you. If what success looks like to you is totally different from the next person. And what I view as success is being genuine and authentic and being true to who I am. And whether that means, cussing or having tattoos or, wearing my hair down. Sorry, I don't know why I'm yawning. But that is what has given me success. Does it work for everybody? No. But the reason why it doesn't work for everybody is because when you are not actually who you are, you always end up falling short. The reality of this industry is there's a lot of, or being like self-made, not even just being a stylist, there's a lot of people I shouldn't say people, but there's just a lot of entities that want to be better than everyone else, right? Like the whole goal is to just be better than everyone else. And that's kind of dumb. Like that's really kind of fucking stupid to put yourself on a pedestal that you truly don't belong on, because we are all literally the fucking same. And it's created this like insecurity with a lot of people who are newer to, the entrepreneurial world and even social media and all that stuff. It's created a lot of insecurity with them because they just feel like they can never amount to what these top dogs are. But what they don't know is these top dogs are not actually who they really are in real life. They're just one way on social media. I'm kind of just going on a rant at this point, but this is going to be a quick, short and sweet episode. This is just a thought that I've had that I just wanted to talk about because Jason and I were talking about this and it made me think of it. It's unfortunate that we feel the need to differentiate who we are on social media than who we actually are in real life. And that always people always end up getting caught up. I've heard comments around me that someone comes in and they're like, oh, I'm looking for so-and-so, and they meet so-and-so and they're just kind of like, oh, that wasn't quite what I was expecting. And I've been in situations myself where I ask my clients, hey, am I the same in person as I am in real life? And they're like, yeah, you're even better in person. And I take a lot of pride in that because I never want to be any different on social media than I am in the professional setting, because this is just who the fuck I am. It is not fair, or I don't even know why we even have to do this. It's not fair to put ourselves in this bubble just because we want quote unquote success, because success is defined differently by society. You deserve to live the success that you want to fucking live. If you want to wear a fucking I don't know, bright pink jumpsuit every goddamn day of your life and wear bright pink lipstick and whatever, like, fuck, do it. Like, I don't get why we feel the need to berate the people who actually are strong enough to be themselves. And if you feel the need to talk down to other individuals on social media, on TikTok, and that's a whole other fucking can of worms that I could get into. But if you feel the need to kind of come at somebody's ego just because maybe they're a little too loud, or maybe they're wearing pink too much, you can quite literally go fuck off. Go fuck off. Please go find a bridge and fall off of it. And that's really harsh, but I don't care. That is so ignorant. That is so fucking degrading to tell somebody, oof, you know, you are just way too much. Or even like meeting them in person and saying like, wow, like you are so different on social media as you are in real life. Like, granted, that's a hard pill to swallow, but goddamn, man, that's just not commenting at like, especially on social media, commenting at someone else's like lifestyle and like the way that they live is just stupid. People who are genuinely themselves, just be like, if you're insecure, just say that, man. Like, don't come at somebody's happiness. That's corny. Now I'm really going on a tangent, but anyway, to summarize this quick, short, and sweet little episode, guys, just be yourself. You are what you attract. If you want to attract facetious and fake, by all fucking means, continue your life like that. But I promise you, you're going to end up falling flat. Please be true to yourself. Okay? Look yourself in the mirror every day and ask yourself, who the fuck am I? And until then, until you can actually kind of get a little bit of a pinpoint, because I'm still fucking learning who the fuck I am. Until then, continue to do what fills your cup. What do you see fit? What makes you happy? Not your boss, not your friend, not your parents, not anybody else. They are not living life for you. You live life for you. Continue to do that. Life is about you, babe. Life is about you. You get to decide where you want to go or what you want to do or what you want to wear or what you want to eat. So that whole mindset needs to manifest into the professional setting. There should be no fucking difference. And yes, don't get me wrong, like there are times and places where I'm not cussing, obviously, nearly as much, but what you see is what you get. I will not put on a front for you just because, I don't know, you're offended by the word shit. I don't know, get over it. I truly, I don't care. Anyways, yep, that's my short, sweet little episode, quick little tangent that I had that I really wanted to kind of talk about. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Fuck You Mentality podcast. Stay tuned for a lot of these little tiny rants. The next one is actually going to be the real reason why I moved to California. Dun, dun, dun. That one's going to be a little juicy. That one's going to get a little crazy, might I say. You guys don't want to miss that. I'm having a stroke. That'll be launched at the end of this month. Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks so much for listening to my tangent. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.